Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of HHM TV. We are joined here with Angelina and Brett. Angelina is with the League and Brett is with ELEVATUS Architecture. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. So Brock, we've got some really cool things to talk about here. Why don't you get started with the League and the things that they're doing around the city here?
Yeah, so the one highlight that we really want to point out today, Chris, is Meters on a Mission. This is a great way to help give back to some very awesome charities, and you're going to see these around downtown. So that's kind of the focus of today, talking about where they're at, what it's all about, what it supports. So maybe let's just jump in there, Angelina, and talk about some of what the Meters on a Mission is really helping a variety of charities, right?
Yes. So as a director of resource development at the League, a nonprofit here in Fort Wayne, I got the invitation, or saw the invitation. Technically they went out to businesses. I got pretty ambitious to ensure that we were going to try and find a partner. So I reached out to a few partners, and ELEVATUS came to mind. They actually are a new partner to the League, and I thought this would be a great way to engage them with the League and introduce them to our organization. We met with Brett and Corey and told them a little bit about what we do, and they were really excited to partner with us and adopt us as part of this program. The city basically had 30 of the old style parking meters, the coins that are starting to go out now. So if you have a coveted coin, since they're running out, make sure you get one in one of the meters. But yeah, so it was available for 30 businesses to adopt 30 nonprofit agencies, and they wanted to share the love, so one agency wouldn't get 3 or 4 different adoptions. They one per business, so it is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's outstanding. So some of the charities that are being helped here by this mission is, just give us a few examples of those.
Well, NeighborLink, the Rescue Mission, SPCA, I believe, is one of being represented. I don't know all of them,
Sure,
but it is a lot of really great organizations in our community.
Yes. Great. That's awesome.
In fact, the Chamber had a list of some of the nonprofits who maybe were calling to say, hey, we want to be adopted, in case businesses are like, yeah, we want to participate, but we don't know who to adopt. Mm-hmm. So the Chamber did a really great job of making sure that as many who wanted to participate could get adopted. So one of the things too, I think that maybe people out there may not know or understand necessarily all the things that the League does. Just go into a little bit of detail about how the League helps out the Fort Wayne community. Sure, I'd love to. So the League has been around for 70 years. We actually started in 1950 officially, but it was as a result of an initiative by Helen Keller, who came to Fort Wayne in 1949, and she did a fundraiser to improve and challenge the community to improve services for people who are blind in Fort Wayne. The city sort of took her up on her challenge. Her funds essentially became the first 3 years of operating expenses for the League. So we do that today through 14 different programs and services. We have 3 different divisions. We have our independent living division, and that includes community skills training, senior blind services, adaptive equipment program, Braille services, which we do Braille translation and large print translation for a lot of utility companies and hospital bills and things like that. We have our DeafLink division, which provides sign language interpretation, education classes, sign language classes, and case coordination. We have our home care and home health care program, and our home care and home health care program basically work to maintaining that independence, that people can stay in their homes. And especially right now, when you see people who are in institutions, in times of COVID, death rates are much higher in nursing homes.
Yeah.
So we've been really busy. When we talked about being busy, we've been really busy trying to help people transition out of nursing homes and keeping them independent in their own homes, because that's where they can be safest. So those kind of, in a nutshell, is basically what we do. We believe that people with disabilities are the experts in their care. So our model is that the majority of our staff and board are made up with people with disabilities. Today, about 80% of our staff is made up of people with different types of disabilities. So just from a staff perspective and volunteer perspective, we're pretty high risk. So we went home. We were able to work from home and trying to provide our services. So, and even now, we're still slowly transitioning back into the office. So from a staff perspective, that was more of a challenge.
Brett, aside from designing really cool meters for a really worthy cause, you guys at ELEVATUS have been doing quite a bit of work lately, but I think that people may not as well know that you guys may have been under a different name before you were ELEVATUS. So talk a little bit about that.
So about 5 years ago, we rebranded to ELEVATUS. We're a long-standing company that's been around for decades in this community. And as of recently, we have switched over to ELEVATUS, but our work is still is continuously growing, and we're a proud partner of various community organizations in this community. That is definitely a big commitment in the culture that we have. That is really a big piece of our root is continuing to better the community through partnerships and helping just design the future.
Sure.
And with ELEVATUS, as far as the decades, several decades long work that we've been doing, we've had several important projects that we've been able to be a part of. In recent times, the Electric Works project, we're the lead architects on that project. The new boutique hotel, the Bradley Hotel in downtown Fort Wayne, various schools, governmental buildings, and other large, just very great structures.
So a lot of places that maybe people have seen around the community and know, but just didn't really know that it was you guys behind it.
Yeah, I think this is a great example of a great company in Fort Wayne helping another great organization. Again, we want to challenge everybody to check out the meters on a mission. Where's your meter again? On Calhoun and
Wayne, right?
On Wayne
Yes.
Street.
Right in front of their building.
Okay, right in front of ELEVATUS on Calhoun and Wayne. If you're down that way, pump a few quarters in there, dimes, nickels, whatever it might be. But there's about 30 of these meters around the greater downtown area for a variety of charities. So it's definitely something that you're going to want to check out and help make our community even better. Angelina, if folks want to help the League, what are some other ways they can get involved or help out?
Well, I am so glad you asked. That is my job. So there's many different ways. One of our biggest needs right now, I would say probably hands down, is we really need volunteers. We need volunteer drivers that can, as we're starting to come back, our peer support groups are going to start meeting again with social distancing in place, and many participants in many participants in our peer support groups are blind or low vision who can't drive. So if you can spend one day a month to help us get these folks in to
Point A to point B,
point
right?
A to point B, that's huge, and it's so impactful, especially coming out of COVID. That social interaction is so vital. Adding to that, sometimes the isolation that you might have, if you experience some of the, just that lack of communication with other people. So, that to avoid that depression. So that's huge right now. We have various different volunteer opportunities besides that, but that's huge. A few other ways is an easy one you could do right now from your phone. You could text 44321 and the word the-league. And you can just make a donation right from your phone. You can go to the-league.org and click on the donate button on our website and learn more about us that way too. And we have a really exciting event coming up, our fundraiser, which has shifted from live to virtual. It's the Suds in the City event.
Okay.
We're really excited about that. You can go to our Facebook page or league-events.org to learn more about that. That's a virtual wine tasting event. We have Eric Guerra, who is a world-renowned wine expert, and his wife is Mindy Aber, who's a two-time Grammy Award-winning saxophonist. Wow. So they're going to be our special guests and doing a master wine tasting class on how to taste wine. So that's another way to help us out.
Will people be tasting from home as it's described, or maybe?
Well, the event is free.
Okay.
If you can participate from the comfort of your home and just kind of observe with your own wine using his lesson. If you go to that site, that league-events.org, you can purchase a ticket, which will get you a meal and wine.
Okay.
Or also you can click and purchase a wine kit directly from Eric, who will ship you the wine from him to mimic the same wine he'll be tasting.
So you can kind of play along from home.
Play along from home in various different ways. So
Awesome.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And if folks are hearing this and say, hey, I could help out once a month or once a week and I can drive somebody around, I assume going to the same website kind of gets the ball rolling. Is that the best approach?
Yes,
Okay.
or give us a call at 441-0551. Somebody is here, 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday, 8 to 3 on Fridays. We'll get you connected to our volunteer service department, and yes, really that's a huge need we have right now.
Great. So just real quick, how long is your Meters with the Mission project lasting? When is it over?
So the city had them delivered at the beginning of the summer, and from what I understand is they are going to be available till the end of December.
Okay.
So, as people are out and about, if they're doing the Festival of Trees this year, I really hope they are. If whatever you're out and about doing, I see more and more people out around downtown, so it's a lot of fun. Just find a meter, maybe at the corner of Wayne and Calhoun.
Yeah,
And,
catch yourself
throw
there.
in-
Yeah. Go ahead and contribute. We love it. We really would.
Throw in your spare change, and I'm sure that all of us nonprofits will be truly grateful.
Yeah.
And they're also on the Greater Fort Wayne Inc.'s website. They have a map of all the meters. So
That's
if you
right.
want to do,
That's right.
I've known a lot of my colleagues to do scavenger hunts with their kids and with their significant others. So it's another fun activity to do
That
out
is
there.
fun, and we should point out again. I mean, these are kind of works of art as well as these meters. So every one is unique in the design. So check out the map on GreaterFortWayne.com, and you can kind of do a meter run and check out what the community has to offer. I would assume lights are going to be going up at holiday time, right before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So
The wreath will be right there, actually.
the wreath is
So-
right there. You're going to want to see
Perfect,
that.
yes.
Put some quarters in the meter, So.
All right, so there you have it, guys. You got a great opportunity to help out some really awesome nonprofits here in the community. Thank you so much to Angelina and to Brett for joining us here and explaining a little bit about that. So for all of us here at HHM TV, go find the great things in your community, and we'll see you next time.